in front of me, I have February 2020 Globe In subscription box. This is a big box. I don't think I've ever received a box quite this large from Globe In. So what Globe In is a monthly subscription that includes items from all over the world. So these are traditionally handmade items that go back and support communities that are all over the world. So that's what this subscription box is. Like I said, it is a monthly subscription. And I'm not sponsored by Globe In any way, so I'm just going to give you some information about them and tell you about the box. So the monthly subscription is $40. So that's your most expensive option. There are 3 other options that you can choose from to lessen the cost of the box. So if you commit to Globe In for 3 months, it's going to cost you $38 each month. If you do it for 6 months, which is like their most popular option per their website, $35 a month. And then if you do a 1-year commitment, you're going to get the most savings, which is $33 per month. So that's the cost options out there if you're interested in the Globe In box. So we're going to jump into this box, see what's inside here, and have a little bit of fun with this. So let's do that. Yeah, so like I said, this is the largest box that I've received from Globe In. I was actually kind of surprised when it showed up on my doorstep. I thought, oh my gosh, this is humongous. So normally they're much smaller boxes. Now this does not have a lot of weight to it, but it's a pretty big box, so I'm curious. While I'm opening this, I'll just put a little plug out there. If you guys have not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would do so. Just go down below and click that subscribe button. If you want to learn about new videos that come out as soon as they come out, you can click that bell and you can be notified of that as well. That just really helps my channel, helps it grow, and I love the support from the community to help my channel. So if you're interested and would be willing to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, here we go. I'll show you the inside. That's what we're looking at. A lot of brown paper there so far. We've got the magazine that's on top here, and the magazine will tell you about the products that you'll find inside the box and where they came from. It will also tell you information about those individuals that make this product and how it goes back and supports the community of which the product came from. So it doesn't give you necessarily any type of monetary value on these, so like any kind of resale value or anything like that, MSRP, because these are items from across the world, handmade items, so they're unique to Globe In. So this is the booklet that tells you about that. Then we're just going to pull out all this brown paper, toss it to the side. All right, so I see several brown boxes inside here. And we'll start off with this one right here. Oh, that's kind of cool. So this is a triangular shaped hanging, I think it's a hanging for a hanging plant. I think is what this is for. So it is iron on the inside. I think it's iron. Iron on the inside, and then it has been covered with a fabric. So it kind of gives it some decoration. And then you have a place here in the center to put like a small plant or succulent, and you can hang that in your window. or anywhere, I guess, that you would like. You could, I don't know that I would put a candle in there. I was thinking maybe you could do that, but because this is fabric on here, I would not do that. So this is from India, and it's called the Diamond Hanging Planter. And they suggest that this can be easily suspended from your front porch or in your kitchen. Let the greenery grow indoors and out. So it does show, now this is a different fabric that they have on here, but it does show on the picture of a succulent plant in there. So I actually really like that because I actually try to grow succulents, and some of mine do very well. I actually just had one that I've had for probably 3 years. And all of a sudden it started kind of going into like a crisis mode, and I was noticing that the leaves were starting to dry up, and I wasn't doing anything different. It's been in the same place. Everything has been the same for it, and it's almost completely dead at this point. I have done everything I can think of to try to resurrect this succulent, and it just won't. I did take a couple of the sprouts or the leaves off of it and tried to transport those into other plants to have that propagate, and they're not working. So I don't know what happened with that plant. It just died. But I have several others that I absolutely love and could easily see that going into this. All right, so let's see what our next one is. I've got this small box here. I wonder if this is a succulent. That would be kind of cool. I don't think so. It feels like a pot. Oh, maybe it's a planter to go in there. It is. So it's a little terracotta pot that you can put inside this. Fits very nicely inside, and you can put your new little plant inside there. I might try a cactus in this one. That would be kind of fun. Something like one of those blooming cactus, or the ones that have the real pretty colored ball at the top of them. I might try that. That would be pretty. Okay, so our next item in the box is stuck. There we go. Try not to put the box on the corner of the table. Looks like I'm gonna need a knife to open this up. I know some people are like, a knife? What? That's just something that we call it around the house. It's not, I know it's not the proper term for knife, but that's just what we call it around the house, so that's what I call it. All right, so this one says it was made in India, and I only know that because it says it right there on the box. I always try to be careful when I'm opening up these boxes because sometimes you'll get fragile items, breakable items inside, so I always try to be very careful. It's wooden. I can see that. Oh, it's a little planter box. Well, isn't that cute? So you got a little planter box here. You can just put, your potted plants in there and have a little decorative space for them. So that would be pretty. Let's see, where did this come? Oh, well, we know it came from India. So, handmade succulent planter box. I don't know if I'm going to put succulents in this. I've got a couple of other items that I think would be really pretty in here. So this just talks about the individual who made the item in India, and it doesn't tell you suggested uses, but it does tell you the size: 14 inches in length, 5 inches in width, and 4 inches in height. It's made from upcycled wood and brass, and it tells you to wipe it clean and wash only with water. So pretty cool. And the last item in the box is a box. So we'll set this down on the floor. cool. So this is another item made from India. So it looks like this entire box was from India, which isn't always the case. Sometimes you get items from all over. This is stuck to the bottom. There we go. Sorry, struggling there. So this is a gold watering can. That's actually really nice because I use just a cup from the cabinet right now to water my plants. So that's really pretty just to have set out. I really like that. That's a beautiful item. That's just like, I mean, it's functional and it's decorative. So that's pretty cool. So there's the items from this month's box. Let's see if it tells us anything additional about the watering can. Okay, so again, this magazine talks about the watering can, and it doesn't necessarily give you any additional, I mean, it's a watering can. We know what it does. So the measurements of it is 13.5 in length, 4.75 in width, and 7.5 in height. It is gold-plated stainless steel, and it is to be washed only with water. So that is our items from our Globe In box for the month of February. And in the back of this magazine, I was just noticing as I was kind of flipping through, it gives you some tips for your new planter box and how to plant the plants in there to have the best survival, because succulents can and do need certain types of soil, and they really do like to have some rocks and different things to not hold all that water into the soil. So sometimes when you use moss is a really good thing to use kind of on the top. But if you use something that is a soil that is a moisture holding soil, that's not necessarily the best for your succulents. At least that's what I've learned and read. So, and then it talks about propagating hacks for beginners. So that's really cool. So it gives you some tips on how to be successful with your succulent plants. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So this was called the Sprout Box. I don't think I mentioned that in the beginning, but that's the February box, is the Sprout Box. And this is actually my last box with Globe In, I believe. I don't think I have any more boxes coming from them. I've decided to postpone my subscription with Globe In at this point. I have felt like in the past, I received a lot of items that were duplicate types of items. Now this particular box, I didn't receive those duplicate items. But in past boxes, I felt as though the duplication was enough to make me decide that I would like to postpone my subscription. So at this time, I have made that decision to postpone. I may pick it up in the future, but that's what I've decided at this point. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to being back with you with future videos of all sorts, and make sure you go down below and click that subscribe button. Thank you so much, and I'll be back with you soon. Bye-bye.